Hiya. So this is a tale about exhaust really with a Discovery 2 TD5 2002. When we bought this vehicle it had the upper part going to the manifold.
The downpipe, yeah.
Like this. And I'll show you why we've got a problem. We replaced this with a like for like.
Shall I show it?
Yeah.
So, this new part, that's the like for like part we're talking about. It's just under there basically, as you can see. Connects to the middle section there. Okay.
Now, we've had this vehicle 3 years and it was bought, like I say, with exhaust like this, and it'd been in for previous MOTs, and we've taken it in for its third MOT this week at the same place, I won't say where, but this time they failed it because it didn't have a diesel particulate filter on it.
Yeah, DPF, yeah.
Right, so like a lot of people with Discoveries, TD5s did some digging around, and all the posts that I found said they never put it on these this model. But let's be a lesson, and we hope we can help you here. So it's all to do with the VIN number, and if the VIN number goes past, it was 2A657 I think, with the 3 digits at the end. If yours is higher than that, this will have been installed, your Discovery will have been installed with one of these, and this is the difference. It's got this bit in the middle there, and that's a diesel particulate filter.
So why would you install a pipe without this part?
Performance.
Just performance, and stop it blocking up.
But bear this in mind. Since 2001, because I wanted to know what the legislation was with this as well. So if you remove it, it's a criminal offence, it's illegal. It's even illegal to drive around without it if this vehicle was manufactured to perform in a certain specification environmentally. So even if you're driving around in it and you haven't taken it off yourself, like we never had, and you're stopped, that is an offence. So just let this be a lesson to you. And when I'm talking about VIN numbers, if you look at your MOT on the emissions test, it shows the VIN number. It's on your car somewhere as well. I can't quite see it on here, but at the moment, but it is on here, and it's on the Land Rover site, and it says specifically these VIN after this date and these VIN numbers, these vehicles had this
DPF
fitted.
Some people refer to it as a cap, but it's not.
It's not,
because for a diesel, it's a DPF.
So a DPF is diesel, as Daniel said.
Particulate filter, yeah.
Catalytic convert there are for petrol vehicles.
Yeah, it's just a different process,
yeah.
Basically.
We got this from, I think it's worth mentioning. Let me just get the bag.
So we ordered this from eBay. We'll tell you which store it is in a second.
So we got this from
Central Auto Parts.
Yeah, North Industrial Estate, Wolverhampton. It was £135. It's a lot cheaper than other people. It is an easy fit. It's 3 bolts there and 2 bolts there. It's worthy of mentioning, I think. They supplied the new gasket for the top.
It was shipped by DHL.
Yeah, it's real decent bolts, nuts, and even a new hanger for us.
Okay, so we're going to be as in the first part of the video, we're going to be replacing from here, basically the downpipe from the turbo. In case you're wondering how to actually do this.
Which looks like that.
Replacing this. So that bit there that goes to like the middle section. So we'll just show you a couple of things. So so basically it comes off the turbo. So on the turbo you have a stud that comes down from here, and then one on the back, if you can see that there, with a nut on it. And on here you have basically a bolt that comes up with a nut or 2 nuts. The only thing I'd say is we have had this off previously, so it has come off quite easily, but if you've not had it off before, then a wire brush and some penetrating fluid and possibly a breaker bar with a good socket on it will help you get it off.
Yeah, you might struggle to break a bar in there. But anyway, let's do the socket sizes for the nuts. So the 2 nuts it's 15mm.
Yeah.
For the little nuts it's 13mm.
Yeah.
And that's it. And you take them off, and we're going to undo in the centre box in a minute, attach to the centre.
Yeah, there's like it goes from there to the middle. Sometimes there's a centre box, but on this the box isn't there, so it just goes to a straight pipe. But we'll show that in a second. So that's the middle section.
There's one there and there's one on the other side. So one is reverse, the thread's coming out this way, and then the thread's coming out that way, so it's a better fit. So we've just got to undo that, then we'll take the exhaust out, remove it off the hangers there, those rubber hangers, and that's it, and reverse order of fitting. But we'll show you just popping the gasket on and everything as well.
Yeah, we'll show you all that, just in case if you want to do this job, you get a good idea of what to do. Right, this video will be filmed in a few parts, so it'll be part 3, part 4. Alright, welcome back to part 3. So we've got the middle section undone, 2 bolts, nice and easy. The only thing you'll have to do is there's a cross brace here. It's 4 little bolts, 4 little 10mm bolts either side.
Literally like that.
And they literally just go through this, up into this. But if you've not had it off in a while, I'd advise cleaning it up, penetrating oil through the top, let it soak, and then use a breaker bar very carefully. So that is something you'll have to remove from here. There is one at the front. You don't need to remove that. It's just you can't quite get the exhaust out.
Yeah.
Okay, so the exhaust is off. That's the old one. The old one that was on the vehicle. And this is the new one we're going to fit. You will need to put a gasket. We've got plenty of these.
They supply a new one with it. Look.
You will need to put one of them.
New one of them.
Yes, that's good of them. I'll put a link below to this actual listing as well, in case you want to buy it.
Need some of this.
This one here. Yeah, you'll need some exhaust assembling putty just to put around it. But you don't. There's different brands, but this is a good one.
And make sure you clean this up. Scrape any old gasket off. You can see it where it's fallen down there.
Show that under there, underneath.
Yeah,
that's going to need its cleaning out. We'll
give it a clean. Also clean the other end where the other exhaust has come off underneath the car, which would be this bit here. So you need to clean both sides of that.
Yeah, clean the. I'll show you. I'll show you what we're talking about. So you know. So it's not a super difficult job. It's just there's a few bits you need to know. So that's that. You want to clean that part as well. That'll just get sealed with a bit of paste, and that's it really. To be honest.
In fact, I would say, based on experience, that this is one of the easiest exhausts to fit on a vehicle. When you're taking that bar out underneath, the big steel bar that we're talking about with the nuts, either support it if you're doing it yourself, or get somebody to support one end, or just leave a screw.
And then refitting is just repeating how you took it off, basically.
Yeah.
So
we'll get it on, and then we'll just show you with it on. It's probably, in all honesty, providing you get the bolts out, the exhaust fitting is probably about 20 minutes, this part of the exhaust.
Yeah.
The thing that will always hold you up is removing nuts and bolts that have been on there for years. So
if you get any nuts and bolts underneath on that middle section, it just won't come off. Cut them off with an angle grinder and replace the bolts. Don't mess around.
Yeah, and if you get a problem on this end, you can get a special nut socket that will grip a worn nut and take it out.
Yeah, definitely on the bottom of the turbo, you definitely want to wire brush the threads. Even now, I'd probably give that a clean up just for any future changes or whatever, and put a bit of penetrating fluid, spray it up on it, let it soak, and that should make your job easier.
I mean, one thing I would say with any car repair, literally right tools and some patience. Right tools, right consumables, liquids, just make sure you've got everything.
So the downpipe's installed, had to push it up at an angle and over, got the seal, the exhaust paste in there, all done up tight. And then we'll just show you what it looks like underneath and cut the bits of information about it. Yep.
So that's it there, that's the bracket where it's put together the rest of the exhaust. And here is the diesel particulate filter.
So there is enough room for it.
So I just want to say is that, like we were led to believe, that Discovery 2s just don't have them. They do have them, and this is 2002 and it should have it, and here it is, actual physical evidence that they can fit on a Discovery 2, and it should be there.